guess the gardens probably aren't real. And maybe love at first sight isn't either. Wow. Do you think I could ever see Earth? Oh. Yeah. There's a plane flying overhead. Damn. And that's what happens when you live next to an airport. Anyway. Do you think I could ever see Earth? You know, you're an AI. I imagine I can extract you in some way. Or maybe even download a picture of Earth. That's something, right? I mean, yeah, so yeah, it's possible. I'd say it's possible. Ah, well, thank you for saying that. It just sounds so romantic. Oh, well. Oh, wait, what? That was weird. Well, thank you for saying that. It just sounds so romantic. I'd really like to see it someday. Thanks. Very well. I promise I'd stop wasting your time. So, what did you want to ask me about? Okay. She's a hopeless romantic, apparently. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe she's not hopeless, but you know. Straight to hell. Oh boy. I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of rage in this one. The Pale Bride. Dear Diary, this nightmare has gone for so long. I think I'm starting to forget what life used to be like. I have a new theory. Father was wrong about the cryostasis keeping me alive until I could be cured. I think it didn't work at all. I think I just died and went straight to hell. I decided I'm going to write down all the things I used to be able to do, just so I can remember. I used to be able to read books. I used to be able to have friends. I used to be able to go to school. I used to be able to leave the home and go visit the plaza or anywhere else on the ship. I think I even used to be able to be in any part of the house I wanted and talk to visitors as much as I'd like. I have memories of always spending time with my father and mother and brother in the living room. I know my real father thought being respectful was important too, but I don't know. I'm so confused now. I thought he always taught me to be strong and to speak up for myself. Did he really say that? Am I being sarcastic? Of course. But the scary thing is, sometimes I really do forget. Sometimes I think, if I just was obedient to what sister-in-law tells me to do, I would make things easier. Maybe I should just give in and be passive. Just sometimes. I'm scared. Though, what if I end up really believing that? Yeah, that's a bummer. Something definitely happened. It's no good. Life. Dear Diary, today I found out why the household servant, I still can't believe we have one, why, has been so insistent on teaching me how to cook. Well, she doesn't call it that. She calls it serving meals. A year ago I wouldn't have thought that sounded sinister. Now I know better. I don't care about this, I told her after the 7th day in a row of her lessons. Can't we do something else? Like going back to sewing? I always loved cosplay. Let's do that. I know it's not fun, but your sister wants you to learn this. Wants you to learn this too, and it's very important. Your father is concerned too. So take it seriously, please, young miss. Don't call me that, I said. I don't remember exactly what I said to prompt her next response, along the lines of, why is it important, or something. I don't remember what I said. Just her response, which blew me away. So you'll make a good wife, of course. Again, I don't remember what I said in response. Maybe I told her that I didn't want to. Maybe I told her that I was too young to care about that. Maybe I said I'd just go marry someone who was good at it himself when it was time to care about that. Whatever I said. She didn't take it seriously. Don't be silly, she said, as if I was obviously joking. Your father really is worried about your marriage next year. Now, is not the time to joke around on the matter. My what? I asked her. Oh my, she said. He never told you? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Pretend I said nothing. I didn't mean to ruin the surprise. I'm sure he'd want to explain the happy news himself. Are you serious? I asked. The idea didn't make any sense, but since when did anything in this hell make sense? She said yes. You're going to be so happy to hear who it is. He'd better explain, I shouted as I stormed off. He'd better. Wow. Well, that's one way to break the news. That sucks. I wouldn't want to wake up from cryostasis for my only purpose to be, to like marry someone. That'd be kind of lame, especially if I was supposedly sick. And then, not even that I'm not being treated, but then you're not, like, you know, even able to go outside or hang out or enter, like, you know, you're just restricted of all your freedom. And then you're told, oh, by the way, you're also marrying someone. It's like, screw that. It's messed up. The bride's adolescence. Kim Jung-soo. The pale bride grew to be a fine, demure young wife. But she was not always this way. Near the end of the year 319, she had a temper unruly enough to be mistaken for a boy's. Do not look upon her wild days with disapproval. She was from another, less civilized time. Rather look upon her eventual submission as a testament to her good character and filiality. That she was able to overcome such a wild nature for the sake of the Kim family and the sake of her husband. One evening she stormed into the common room while I was discussing business matters with a deputy. We need to talk, she demanded loudly, when I indicated I was busy. That only caused her to become even louder. Right now. Embarrassed, I was forced to excuse him to address the child. Is this a joke? Are you serious? You've made wedding plans? She shrieked at me. Please calm yourself, I told her, and sat her down. After admonishing her for her rude interruption, I tried to do what I could to calm her myself. It seemed that she had a rather bizarre set of expectations, that she wouldn't marry until she was many years after. Growing into a woman, that she would elope with any love-struck man who came her way with no regard for her own chastity, that she would have no assistance or protection in finding a suitable husband. Simply put, her ideas were as bizarre as they were dangerous, and for this she had gotten angry at the news. Rather than the excitement that one would expect from a girl who found out that she would be getting a husband, not even the sensational news that it would be to the emperor of all people, would calm her. Bleh. Not claim. Well, technically claim, I guess. Oh. Hi. Hi. Say, do you mind taking a break for a couple minutes? Just to chat? Go ahead. Thanks, I appreciate that. Really. I appreciate that you're here. Yes, I've learned that. I know you've got ulterior motives. What they are, I'm not really sure. But most people do, and that's all right, all the same. I'm glad you're reading these logs, though. And if you don't really care, it's better than nobody from outside the ship ever seeing them. Which is what I thought for sure would happen. Or am I just being cynical? If so, my apologies. Please tell me, what do you think about what you've read of the Pale Bride? It's tragic. She's overly dramatic. No, it's pretty freaking tragic. She grew up, like, with this one way of life, thrown into a whole nother way of life because, I don't know, apparently stuff went backwards or something. And everyone in that world's like, you're stupid, you're crazy, this is how things are, blah blah blah. And she's just like, you're all dumb! And they are dumb. And they just, their excuse is like, oh, she's from a less knowledgeable time. She doesn't know shit. So yeah, it's pretty tragic. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm really glad to hear you say that. Nobody else seemed to think so. There's something, well, here. I've added another message for you. Just, well, why don't you read it yourself? Okay. Block 5. At least use my real name. We're gonna find her name. I think there was a password that was actually her real name. I think. If I was any other guy, I'd come in here and be like, "Yo AI,